Hey family, this is Fabian Valencia. I'm here at the Loza Ranch and I'm joined with
Junior Loza.
We're about to check out the Loza Ranch out here. So come along for the ride. Okay.
Where's your family? Mexico.
Michoacan?
Oh yeah?
Yeah, you?
Well, I got my mom's from Michoacan. My dad's from Jalisco.
What part?
My dad's from Altos de Jalisco.
Órale.
Yeah, so I got an hour, 15 minutes from Guadalajara.
Okay. But we're like 2 hours from Guadalajara, straight south in Michoacan.
Oh really?
Yeah, so when we go, we fly into Guadalajara, and then it's like a 2 hour drive.
I'm also farther down. Idea.
Oh. Gotcha. Cool. Do you get to go out there often?
Last year, I think. We didn't go to Aguililla. We didn't go to Tucán. We went to Jalisco for a couple of days. We went to Miami for a few days. The whole family went.
Nice.
Yeah. Always the experience when there's like 20 of us, you know,
Yeah.
coordinating that. 22 of us, something like that now.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Did
You know, all my siblings have kids, so
Yeah.
you start counting all that big.
Do you have any trips planned to Mexico lately?
Yeah, I'm supposed to go in October. I have a beer expo. I'm going with HGA this year, Hop Growers America, and it's just promoting American hops in Mexico.
Like Mexico's starting to grow hops?
Yeah, so in Mexico City, so we'll promote American hops
Oh,
in Mexico City.
got it,
to
got
the
it.
brewers, yeah.
Got it.
So usually they'll do like a seminar,
Yep.
like a brewing seminar with different brewers. They have like a rotation of brewers that they use, like anyone from like Stone to Firestone Walker and like different brewers like that. So like brewers that have been doing it for quite a while, they're really good at what they do. And so they'll have them come and do a seminar and help the brewers that are starting the beer scene, the craft beer scene in Mexico is starting to get bigger.
Yep.
And it's been more middle class. And so they're really into, you know, hoppy beers, IPAs, they call them there, or
IPAs, yep.
IPAs, yeah.
Yep.
Or an IPA, the New England style IPA. But yeah.
And it's the idea that they're bringing the hops from here to Mexico
Yeah.
and then brewing it there.
Yeah.
Got it. Got it.
So, I mean, a lot of our hops here are exported, right? So,
Yep.
go around the world. And so, whenever they can find a market that has not been traditionally there, it's a benefit. I mean, hops have always made it to Mexico, but through like macros, through like Coronas and Modelos, things like that.
Yeah.
But now, as there's more craft, it's just another avenue for our hops to make it.
Heck yeah. I've traveled, you know, through Mexico and a little bit of South America, and you can't really find a good IPA, you know, or you can't really find a good IPA out there.
Yeah,
So
I think like Mexico, it depends. So like if you're in Guadalajara or Mexico City, like bigger cities, you will find quite a few craft breweries that do a really good job, and it's getting better every year. Like in the past, sometimes some of them were questionable, but
Yeah.
they're getting better. Also, like anything that's like a border town. Border town is always huge because of how many Americans cross the border to go like eat or whatever. And so there's more craft beer scene in that area, and it's easier for them to get the hops also because you know they can just go pick it up in the United States and cross it over, and so it seems like that. I've had really good beers in Tijuana and Ensenada and Mexicali, and then in Guadalajara there's a few breweries I really like down there, and same thing in Mexico City.
heck yeah. So this is all Loza Farms?
Yeah,
right now?
so we have about 270 acres of hops. Then we have corn. That's what
Okay.
in front of us here. We have hay and pastures. Keeps us busy. Sure, we have very pretty views. Here.
Yeah, Mount Adams.
And you can't beat it, especially summertime, you know, afternoon sunsets and stuff. It's gorgeous. Once all the crops are big, right now, it doesn't look that pretty, you know, all the crops are smaller. But hops grow up to a foot a day.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, depending on the time of year it is. But right now they're not growing obviously that fast. But they can grow up to a foot, and so once it gets big, it's real nice and pretty.
And so, like right now, like is that one of your employees?
Yeah. So I got a guy cutting hay right now.
Okay.
And then we drove past a guy that was spraying, and I got some guys that are fixing string, and I got some people that are training. It just there's on average we probably have 10 people working, but up to peak times 40. And then right now I probably have like 20. I probably got 10 trainers, and then my regular 10 guys.
Yep.
And we just the workload gets split between all of us. So I have irrigators, and that guy that's driving right now is my mechanic, actually. The guy that's driving
the guy in the green tractor.
Yeah, that's my mechanic.
Okay.
Yeah, he's my nephew, and so he's the one that helps my brother. So my brother runs all the hay and corn stuff, and then I do all the hops and irrigation and chemical plus the people, and then my sisters right now are both out in the field with the trainers. My mom, and so
cool. And so like right now is he like
he's cutting hay. We can
planting?
drive over there. Yeah,
He's planting hay. Got it.
So I got people right here training.
Okay. And when you say training, that means that they're. What does that mean?
So when you train, you're taking the bines, the hot bines, and you're going around the string clockwise. Depending on variety, it can be anywhere from 2 to 3 bines. And so this is usually piecework. And so depending on variety, an acre is anywhere from, I think, close to like $90 an acre now to $150 an acre, depending on variety. So we try to make sure that people are earning the amount they need. So if they're in a field where it's really difficult to train for one reason or another, they'll up the price on that so that they make sure that the people are making a good wage. You know, when we were kids, we used to train and stuff like that, and so we understand the importance of being able to make the appropriate wage to be able to live on.
Yeah.
And so we make sure we. That's why my mom and my sister are out there. They're if they're watching, they know how it works, and so like if they see, oh, this is harder than it should be, they'll up the price and they'll let them know right there. But they have a flat price, which I think is like 10 cents a plant, I think.
Okay.
Something like that.
So it's by the piece.
Yeah, it's by the piece.
Yep.
So usually people will do in like 6 hours. Most people do about 2 acres. And so it's what $180 for 6 hours.
Okay.
What that maths out to be.
Yeah.
And I could be wrong on the price, but that's what it was last year at least. This year I don't know. Wages went up.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So
yeah,
when minimum wage goes up, that also goes up.
Gotcha. So this is the corn right here?
Yeah, so we have cornfield, and then instead of wasting a corner where the pivot doesn't reach, we run a wheel line. And so right now he's cutting some grass. But most of our properties are within like a mile. We have some fields that are a little bit farther that we picked up in 2020. But most of the time when people come see us, this is what they see.
And about how many acres are you guys doing?
So we run about 1,200 acres. Most of it's lease ground, so we lease from the tribe.
Okay.
So you pay rent. So all those figures are things that you had to put into the amount it costs you per acre to grow whatever crop you have, and depending on the variety or what's being grown on the ground is how the lease is set up through the tribe.
Got it.
Right now, I think top acre about $800 to $1,000 an acre
per month.
No, it's a year. So
Per
it's
year?
at least year. Yeah.
Got it. And then as far as like your hops and what makes them, what do you think gives them like the quality? Is it like the way you train them and take care of it, or is it the soil?
So training dates have a lot to do with picking date. So we train depending on variety, because it's how long it takes for the plant to get up to the wires. You're trying to get it up there before it starts to bloom. Once it starts to bloom, your plant's done growing, and obviously the more plant you got up in the air, the more chance you have to get more hop cones. We try to make sure that all our crop is quality, and so that can be due to lots of things, from sprays to weather to, I mean, nowadays your hops can get rejected for smoke. So like when there's fires, there's all that smoke. You can get a smoke tank in your hops, and it'll come through something in here, and so like your hops can get rejected for that. And so I'll say almost all hop farms that are running today do a great job. So the quality's there. Quality has gone up a lot in years past, and so now it comes down to how's yours different, right? So sometimes it could be the area you're in. Like we're in a weird little microclimate where for some reason our hops have a little slight more fruitiness characteristics than maybe some of other people's. It can also be, a lot of it could be, a lot of it has to do with the people that you work with, right?
Yeah. Like how so?
So you as a consumer, if you go to the store, or let's say a farmer's market to make it easier, you go to a farmer's market and there's two people selling eggs, and the eggs are same size, same quality, exactly the same. But one guy's your friend, and one guy you don't know. Who do you buy the eggs from?
My friend.
Yeah. So that's kind of the same thing. So like,
I see what
so almost all hop selection is blind. So they get put on a table, and then they smell the aromas, and they try to find the best profile for their beer. So different beers, like just because it's a Citra or a Simcoe, doesn't mean that all of them are going to smell the same. And so they're looking for what's the best for their beer. And so if at the end they can't decide between two, so they pick their number one and number two are like neck and neck, and they can't figure out, then they'll be like, okay, well, which farm is this from, and which farm is that from? And so that could be a deciding factor. So like, people knowing who you are can help out in that matter. Sometimes they can ask for you to be on the table. Just they'll be like, oh, just put Loza on the table. It'll still be blind. They still won't know which one's which, but I might be on the table, and then I might have the opportunity to get selected.
Got it.
If you're not on the table, you can't get selected.
Got it.
And so that's kind of how we look at it. And so all this extra stuff we do, like traveling and collabs like that, the idea is just to be more known. We're a small farm, a newer farm in comparison to other people. We're I'm second generation because my dad bought the farm right in 2006. So this is our 20th harvest as owners, and
wow. Yeah, 20-year anniversary to this year, right?
This year, yeah.
Yeah, nice. I saw it on social media. Yeah, they're good work on the social media, by the way.
Yeah,
I think that's a good way to stay, connected.
Yeah, stay relevant.
Yeah, exactly. Nowadays.
Yeah, and so it's cool. And it's also awesome because you make a friendship with people, and then you might end up at their brewery one day, and they be like, "Hey, do this beer right here. It's your hops in," and then you get to see or try the fruits of your labor, right? So that's way dope. Like if the beer's good already, and all of a sudden they tell you, "Hey, there's some Loza hops in here," all of a sudden you're like, "Oh, you know what I mean? I did a good job, and these guys are killing it." Because the brewer has to do a great job in the beer anyways, and they're gonna do probably a great job in whichever hops they pick. But when it's yours, it just makes you feel all warm and fuzzy inside.
Heck yeah. That's awesome.
All this, all under drip. So
okay.
Try to conserve water. It also helps if we had to go spray. So we used to, when we bought the farm, it was all real irrigated, and so if we had to spray, it'd take you about 7 days to be able to get back in because of how wet the ground would be. So you have to let it dry out enough so you can actually drive and spray. With drip, unless you have a mistake where like a hose ripped or something, you can drive while you're still irrigating. It also helps. So we pulse irrigate, and so the water turns on, turns off every certain amount of hours, and so to try to help so that we're not just pushing the water or fertilizer down. We're leaving on the top like 10 inches so that the plant can actually absorb it.
In between the rows, it looks like there's a different type of grass. Like
yeah, so we do a cover crop.
Oh, okay.
So it's triticale, and so the idea is right dust mitigation, helps with soil health, and then we'll actually put it back into the ground and put more carbon into the ground at the end of the year, so kind of thing. Like the more carbon we can put into the ground, the better. The better it's from the ground, the better it's period. Triticale is known to like suck up like nitrogen from the ground, and so like anytime that you plant something that's gonna help with anything like that, that's great. And then when you put it back into the ground, basically like make it readily available for your plants.
Got it.
And then my crop consultants right now, so they're out checking fields to see if I have any bugs or anything in case I have to spray.
Got it.
I was born and raised here, so we always worked here since we were kids. Since my parents were just employees, and I started working here when I was 13. My first harvest that I got paid, and my siblings all kind of follow the same steps. My sister was just 15, my brother's 16, I think, and Claudia, I think she's the only one that started working here once we owned it. She was younger, and so I've always worked here. That's all I know basically.
Heck yeah. Then, so your parents started working as regular workers in the 70s, right?
Yeah. So my dad came from Mexico in 76, 77. Came here as an immigrant. Started working on this farm, and been worked here for 30 years before he bought the place.
God.
Yeah.
And then this is your 20-year anniversary?
Yeah, this is our 20th harvest of my parents owning the farm. So it's pretty big milestone for us. It's awesome. Farms changed, farms grown in those years. My parents have pushed like they pushed when they were just employees, and it's paid off so far.
Heck yeah. What would you say is your favorite part about growing hops?
At the end of it, right? The product. I like how fulfilling it is. So every year you start the season with nothing on the ground, and within, you figure most time by 4th of July, your hops are almost all the way to the wire. The wire's 18 foot, so you go from 0 feet in May to 18 feet in July, and so you get a real sense of accomplishment real quick. And then hop harvest, you can't beat that. Seeing all brewers come through, being excited about what you're growing, what you've toiled for all season long. I think that's what like finishes off you feeling like, okay, I accomplished something again this year. It's cool. And
you have a team.
What do you mean team?
Like your crew, right?
Oh yeah, so yeah, my siblings, they do a lot on the farm, and so like my sisters, they dry hops in the daytime. My brother dries hops at nighttime, and then I run the picking machine and the crew, and then I have like 10 guys, probably. I say guys, but it's men and women that help me almost year round, and then during hop harvest, and they usually get the spots, the harder spots, right? So like this
possibly a little bit more responsibility, and they help me. And then we have seasonal employees that come in for harvest and stuff like that. Yeah,
God, yeah.
and most of them come back every year. I've had most of my seasonal people have been the same people for the last 5 years, probably.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the reason I say team is, one of the themes for my campaign is better together. And obviously, better together as a family, but also as a work team, and and the broader community. So that's why asking about kind of the getting to the harvest, as a team.
Yeah. I mean, without the people that work here, I mean, we can't do anything.
Yeah.
Right? So whether it means finding the right people that already know how to do stuff or training people, but once we find those people, we don't want to let them go. And I mean, they help us accomplish what we've accomplished every year. Without them, we can't do anything. For sure.
Yeah. One of the things we've we talked about a little bit. You have seasonal workers that come through. Have things been about the same, better or worse as far as finding people to work? And
the last couple of years have been pretty good. I don't know if there's more people coming from other states over here or what it is. We've been pretty good. When other people get H2A, it also helps. There's more people around or whatever, and so we have noticed that we've had a better turnout of employees in the last few years. People have been more scared, I think, but we still have to pay our bills, so we still see them at work for sure.
You mean like scared?
Yeah, like worried. I mean, worried about lots of things, right? From working less to not wanting to go out because of the political climate or whatever and stuff like that. But yeah, my guys are pretty faithful and they do a great job, and so I haven't had a problem with the people that work here.
Good. Yeah, and I know I know some people are scared, even if they have, even if they're citizens. I mean, ICE, has been, targeting people, even if you're a citizen.
I'm light skinned, same as you, so we kind of skate by. But my son is darker skinned, and my wife also. We're in California, and not too long ago, and I mean, just a precaution, we carried our passport with us, just. Because we don't want to be in a situation where that could be an issue. And so just out of precaution, we did do that. But that was just personal feelings, how we felt. I mean, we're so far out that we don't really see much of that. So, yeah. What's up, guys? You guys go sit down. You guys are good. Yeah.
Yeah, we're finishing up. Yeah.
He's running for Senator Newhouse's spot.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Oh, nice.
For Devin's dad.
Yeah, I'm Fabian.
I'm Eric.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I'm Jaden.
Yeah. Jaden?
Yeah,
nice to meet you. And you guys are
my crop consultants.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
cool, heck
yeah. The guys with GS Long. They're the guys that make sure my crop grows without bugs.
Oh, heck yeah.
Well, they tell me how to do it. Then whether I do it or not, then it becomes my thing.
He does a
but
good job.
He washes his hands. He's like, "All right, I told you. Did you do it? Or did it? It's up to you." Yeah. So yeah. Team.
Actually, since we're on, have things gotten better or worse as far as they talk about how the fertilizer is getting more expensive and because of the war and stuff.
Yeah.
Prices are up.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we used to budget at $1,200 an acre for fertilizer and sprays. This is what our budget was, and I think our budget is a little bit higher this year. Whether we actually get to that or not, I mean, having someone help you like wait, not get so antsy when you're gonna pull the trigger spray, kind of helps, and so to keep your costs down or whatever. But yeah, we're projecting that our costs are going to be definitely higher this year than it has been the last couple of years for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing across, right? So diesel we burn through a lot of diesel. Diesel's higher.
Yeah.
You know, wages are higher. You know, fertilizer's higher, and so all that goes into our tank when we're spraying. So our cost per acre is going to be way higher than what it was last year.
And what about water? They say we're in a drought. You know, for
So
the last 4 years?
what fourth year in a row of droughts, and so last year we were 6 days on, 3 days off rotation through all of harvest. Last year wasn't super duper hot, it wasn't that big of a deal. I think we hit 90s. We might hit 100 a couple days, but it wasn't that crazy. But if you get a couple days of 105, 110 on you when you have no water, it's scary. And then so we talked about drip, how we conserve water with drip. The problem with drip is you don't saturate the ground as much as you would with rail. So those 3 days that you're off can really hurt you. It's really hard to catch up after that. So, I mean, hops, it's a big plant. They need quite a bit of water.
Yeah.
And they don't need it all at once. So spoon feeding it works, and it helps us use less water. But when the water's off, it's tough.
Did it used to be different as far as like 6 days on, 3 days off?
Yeah, so I mean, normally you on all the time, right? And so they give you your allotment of water, and our allotment has gotten smaller on the farm because of the way we irrigate. But the water was there all the time, and so we just irrigated as the plants needed it. And the rotation might be different this year. So some irrigation districts are reduced rate, so they have the water all the time, but at a reduced rate. Here the last couple, they haven't said what they're gonna do this year, but the last couple of years they've done a rotation, and so you get water a certain amount of days. The worst rotation we've had, I think, was like 5 days and 4 days. I think and that was, I don't know, 5-6 years ago, something like that. That one was rough. 4 days off is a long time to be with no water.
The Rosa irrigation district, they're junior water rights. They're on like feed like Particila and Moxie area and all that, and they're gonna shut off for 15 days
Right now.
Damn.
That's a long time without water. Yeah, and the idea is they're basically conserve their water for when it gets hotter. So irrigate. So everybody's like irrigating like crazy right now to try to get the ground as wet as you can, and then they shut off for 2 weeks, and then they'll get turned on at a reduced rate the rest of the season.
Dang, that's crazy. And any other issues that you think like federal policy could help with?
I mean, I'm always happy to an amnesty would be dope.
Amnesty, as far as like
my parents became residents because of the the amnesty in the 80s when Ronald Reagan was in, and so it helped with immigration, and so they became residents. Now they're U.S. citizens, business owners. There's a lot of people that have been here a long time that have been paying taxes, and because you get taxes pulled out of your check no matter what. And so they've been paying taxes for years and years, and so like if they had like a road to at least become residents, if not citizens, I think that would be great, and that would be something federal level. I think that, or finding a different way to get the employees you need when you need them, would also be awesome. The H2A program is a tool. I don't know if it's the best tool. I don't think it should be the only tool. I think there should be other methods of bringing the workforce here to do the work that other people don't want to do. I mean, we hire anyone that comes. It's just people have to come to work. It's not easy work, right? And so we don't always get people showing up. Like I said, we've been lucky. We have pretty much the same people over and over and over. But we're going to get to the point where they're going to age out, right? So people don't want to do this forever. And so who's going to do it next? So I think that would be the coolest thing. So people can be less worried about if they're going to be here today or tomorrow. They'll be more willing to spend money in our economy, if they're secure that they get to stay. Whatever hoops had to be done that people have to jump through to be able to get to happen, cool. Because right now the way it is for you to be able to become to get a green card is a joke. I mean, family members have had paperwork in for 10, 15 years. That's not going nowhere, So I have an uncle that I think is like 45, 50, no, maybe 55. I mean, by the time he finally becomes a resident, well, why is he going to come over here?
Yeah.
He's too late. He'll be old already, you know. So it's for me, I mean, that hits home, especially children of being a child of an immigrant, like a first generation American. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that'd be awesome.